Evening everyone, how are we doing tonight? Hope we're all well. Hopefully YouTube's going to behave itself tonight and we have no issues with anything. So welcome along Brendan without Jeremy, nice to see you over here. And Tom. I'm not late, I'm just on my version of 7 o'clock, Tom. It's Norfolk time, it's slightly different to the rest of the world. So, let's get onto this map. All good here, thanks. Evening Milton, how are we doing? So we've had a change round tonight. Hello Dal. Evening Farmer Jane. Hey Witchy. Does this mean that GD has finished? Well, I'm always gentle with people. So we've come on to Knuston Farm for tonight to have a look round. Thought we'd have a go on here. Had to buy a few fills to be able to do what I wanted to do on here, unfortunately. I was hoping just to use the start fields. Careful, Tom. But I've had to buy a few extra to give us the access that I wanted. Thanks, Witchy. Alright, so I'll bring you two in as well now then. That's a big sigh, GD, just so I come back in there.
Yeah, I've literally just finished.
I didn't want to come back into TeamSpeak and hear you still streaming.
That would have been amusing.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I literally have only just found somewhere to pull over. So, stream's done, gone.
It's on that map that we don't like saying.
Yeah, your favourite one to say, GD.
Oh, handy. Right.
So,
hey.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. So
I'm not paranoid at all.
Now, so I've had to buy a few extra fields because I want to sort this track out from where the tarmac road in red ends all the way up here to the farmyard here. So we started with these two fields. I've had to buy a few more down here to be able to do the track up, unfortunately, which has kind of ruined my plans a little bit, but we'll get round up. So we've got 3 cultivated fields here to look at. We've got a few ready for harvest. So 3, 5 and 8 are ready to harvest, and 4 and 6 need fertilising. I haven't actually played much on this map yet, Jeremy, other than to get field 7 sorted for tonight and set a few bits up on here. So our first job is going to be to fertilise fields 4 and 6 on here, and I have changed most of the starting equipment. So for those that haven't been in here before, Milton's just put Harry into chat there, which is braving the shave for Macmillan. Now, I'm supposed to bring a Nightbot command up, but I haven't seen Nightbot at all in here yet tonight, so we may have a slight issue there.
That reminds me, I need to sort that out as well.
Looks like Nightbot has gone on strike tonight. Handy. So, we've actually gone for a case combine this time on here, which we'll be getting to a little bit later. We've got our carting tractor as the MB track on a CD Models trailer. I haven't seen the fixes, Jeremy. I don't tend to go on FSUK too much. So I'll have to have a look on there afterwards. Nightbot tends to go through phases of being broken for everyone. We've got the Fent 939 in here, which I was using earlier to sort the cotton field out. I didn't think we wanted cotton on this map. This isn't the in-game 939, it's the Forbidden Mods version of it, with additional features. We've got one standard in-game tractor, which we've kept one John Deere on here. We've kept the 7310 on here. We've changed the drill for a Lemken. Welcome into chat there, GD. Right, I'll have a look at that later, thanks Jeremy. And we've got one of my favourite little fence as well. I haven't put the 7 or 800 series on here because, well, I don't have to turn the game volume down again at the moment. So, we've got the sprayer on this at the moment, which isn't the one which comes with the map. I've gone for the mounted one this time to match the spread width of that one. So we need this one to start with. Again, Forbidden Mod 724 on the widest tyres available. And we're going to go fertiliser spreading to start with. And what we're talking about in your stream, GD, I can't at the minute see how to pop up chat.
Right, I think I've worked. Maybe not.
No, I can't see how to do it in mine. I have had a quick look when I went live. Oh, I definitely don't need that new combine, Milton. No way do I need that new combine. Never will there be a Vulture combine darken this map. So we're going to use the fertiliser spreader and not the sprayer here. So it'll be a bit quicker. But we are going to, I know it's going to be slightly more realistic on here. That excludes filling up from the fill points in the sheds. We'll make use of these. So I've got to find my way about on here, which means we could get lost more than once going down these tracks, as they're a bit of a maze in places. So I've actually concreted this one all the way down here, mainly for my own reasons, so I don't get lost on them, so I know where to follow to get my way out again. You need to watch some of my earlier streams, Farmer Jane, to see what I've done to review Vultures. Particularly the one where I played ping pong with the train with it. I think that's the best way to describe what I've done with the train and the Vulture. The field to my right now was originally cotton, but I've got rid of that. So we're going to get our field of oats done. Right, I'll have a look at that one as well, Jeremy. Actually, that hasn't charged us to fill up from that point. I had 500,000 in the bank, we've just filled up, and that hasn't actually cost anything. I suppose we better set it so it actually uses some fertiliser. So we've got the spray rate mod on here. Now I've tried to keep it fairly realistic to what we should have around this way, Jeremy. You don't see much cotton in the UK, so I thought I'd rip it out on this map. That's strange then. This is the version of the map I downloaded as soon as it landed on FSUK. Hey Rabbit Man, how you doing? Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, Farmer Jane. It's one of the Fenton Forest ones. I parked the Vulture in front of the train and hit it at full speed. Something maybe we should try with the trains on this map. I think it could get messy. There are several trains running on here, as you can hear in the background and see over there.
Yeah, you can pop out chat, but you need a Chrome window open.
Right. Something I have noticed on this map is I keep losing the sound every once in a while. Yeah, all good here, thanks. Hasn't done it on any other map today, but this one keeps having sound issues. Don't have a potato planter, Jeremy, for one very good reason. I ain't gonna do them just yet. You can, Milton. How is the new PC? Should make it a lot better for you when we go back on the MP server again.
I'm always in the background, Rabbit Man. Always.
Yeah,
Right.
GD tends to lurk a little bit in the background here. Thanks for the sub, Rory. Much appreciated. Are the game sounds alright tonight? Any issues with the sounds at all?
The words of Witchy, chat looks fine.
Yes.
That's just fantastic.
Fantastique.
Just wondering if it is the game or whether that's just my headset cutting out every once in a while. So it's wireless.
I haven't got sound on.
No. No, I know you won't have.
Hearing you once is enough.
Well, you might as well say that here, because I say the same thing in yours.
Yep, exactly. But I'm going to disappear for a bit. I've got a couple of bits and pieces I've got to do before later.
Okay then.
No worries.
Right. Well, quite often put 100 to 125 on. Tom, didn't always use 200 kilos a hectare of fertiliser. Particularly later in the growing season. Yeah, I imagine it's my headset then, which is being silly. If it does cut out, I have got a wired one here just in case. Now the question is, how do we get to that other field? So not the way I'm going, that is for certain. Might be the batteries going in the wireless one. I've been trying to charge it up every once in a while. Is that the game sounds are a little quiet, Farmer Jane? Late on, I used to give wheat 100 to 125, Tom. Right, I did have the game sounds down for something I was doing earlier. I was using the older Fent earlier to do a video. Let's just have another tweak in there. Might be a bit loud, I know. Have to turn it down a little bit when you're using those older Fents. Hey SG, how you doing? I believe this map is on the Bedfordshire-Northamptonshire border from the top of my head. Link to the map should appear in chat momentarily. There's full details on there of where it's set. Been using this spread rate one quite a bit, Jeremy. Now you can actually turn it to 0 and it'll still spread fertiliser and you won't run out if you want to cheat. It's a good way of cutting down the usage to something a bit more realistic. I'm okay, thanks. Except for some mad reason I agreed to work tomorrow when I was having a few days off. Oh, I remember, money. Money's always a good reason to want to work when you got a day off. Certainly helps on slurry tankers, Jeremy. So slurry tankers, manure spreaders, fertiliser spreaders and sprayers. And the drills what have the fertiliser capability on them. So you can cut that right down. There's 8 Vultra combine on there, SG. The only way it'll appear on this map is if I park it in front of the train. You see, I have a very good boss, Tom. Myself. You may well do, Jeremy. I cover an area from basically North Lincolnshire down to Sort of Basildon and out to Melton Mowbray. Sort of takes in all of Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire, Lincolnshire, Norfolk, Suffolk and some of Essex. I've recently quoted for North Yorkshire as well, for a rare one. I think we'll get this on GPS once we've done the headland on here. Evening Stuart, how are we doing? Oh, that's an improvement to the other night, Farmer Jane. Can't remember who it was, didn't get one till I'd nearly finished. YouTube has been a bit of a nightmare this week, I think is the best way to describe it at times. With notifications. All good here, thanks. I'm one of those people who some farmers love to hate, Tom. A lot of people don't seem to hold my profession in high regard, shall we say. Training instructors not very well respected at times for some reason. Right, let's set up some GPS going back down here. So I'll do it the way I done it the other night, which worked rather well. So actually use the helper to set the line. If it doesn't kick me out of the cab. Handy that. It seems some people are receiving them, some people aren't. All sorts, Tom. Farm-based training, machinery, spraying, that sort of thing. Evening, Nathan. How are we doing? I'm okay, thanks, Witchy. Let's just sort of keep your germs on the down low in that direction, please. Doesn't seem like it, Jeremy. Good, thanks, Nathan. Certainly do, Milton. I've done one course for pedestrian lawnmowers for a company. Yeah, we all know that deep down, Tom. spend as long as I did working on farms to know what really happens. So I've probably been doing this job for what's it, 4 years this year, since I started doing it when I left the farm. Yeah, no comment, Milton. I think it's a bit late in your case somehow. If it's like most kettles in farm tea rooms, it's very rare I accept a cup of tea from some of them. That's usually teapots I'll refuse from. Farm tea rooms seem to come in two conditions: good and oh dear, I need a vaccination. These fences are a little bit better than the standard in-game ones. If we add the details to them. Given we're putting fertilisers on, we'll leave the window shut. Yeah, I think that's possibly true as well, Farmer Giant. Bye Stuart, thanks for stopping by. Try our best. What's left of the day over here? So when we do combine our wheat, barley, etc. on here, we will bale the straw. But that's where you guys are going to come in. We don't have a baler at the moment, so what bales we do is entirely up to you. So we need to do round or big square bales. So I'll be guided by what you'd like to see there. So yeah, we don't have a baler, we don't have mowing equipment for the grass fields we own. So all the baling side of the operation is going to be guided by what you'd like to see in that respect. We do have the Anderson DLC. So we'll be using trailers from that to clear up whatever bales we do. Okay, 2 for round so far. Three votes around. You don't count, Dal. I knew you were going to give that answer. You done it when I think it was GD asked the same question the other week.
Did I?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
There must be something funny in the Essex air tonight. Welcome along, Stephen. How are you doing tonight? Currently we're fertiliser spreading, Stephen. So I do have that chrome round baler installed. I think I might have a Welga round baler installed on here currently. And obviously the in-game round baler. Don't have that little class round baler at all. Square baler wise, we've literally got the Massey Ferguson, New Holland, or the in-game Coon one. Ain't that the truth, Witchy? Ah, that's good then, Stephen. Probably do good to rest a little bit after that. Don't you end up in hospital again. The field in front of us is ours as well. Yeah, mind they're not funny seeds, Milton. I mean, you've seen the answer we got from the two Essex-based individuals tonight. Never know what might be in them seed packets. I mean, I'm surprised Dal don't want to see me do round with the sort of insanity that he's had over the last couple of days. Yeah, I imagine that one, Stephen. This end is actually a small field. So we've got two fields of cereal harvest and a field of canola or oilseed rape requiring our attention. Probably do the oilseed rape first, as that's right next to the yard.
I'm back for a bit.
Welcome back, GD. We've got someone being incredibly rude about Norfolk in chat at the moment.
Who?
Tom has been very rude. He's saying Essex is almost as bad as Norfolk.
Oh, ban him. Is he not a ban? If it is, it's because all them Essex people keep leaning over towards Norfolk. That's why it's getting so bad.
Good point, GD. It could be worse. It could be Lincolnshire.
You're opening a can of worms now.
I know. So, won't be no sugarcane on this map, Tom, that is for certain, because we're trying to keep it sort of fairly real to the sort of crops what would be grown in this area. Hence why the cotton was ripped out. The sugar beet is a possibility. Certainly won't be any livestock on this map. You just gave me a chill mentioning that place, Jeremy.
We don't talk of that place.
No.
We only meet in that place to transfer funds.
Yeah, and graphics cards. Hey Seth, how you doing? Yeah, might do some poplars at some point, Tom. They're growing nicely on the other map at the moment. No, no cows, Farmer Giant. It's impossible to place animals on here. Is that so, Milton? Haven't really looked into sugarcane too much. I think you're suffering severely from stress there, Stephen, by the sounds of it. Anytime you got livestock giving birth for a period, it's stressful. I used to work with supple cows. I know what that can be like when they're going through it all. Anyone who's worked with cows and had to do a cesarean will know exactly what I mean by that one. Almost done the field now. And go with some combining. All the sort of fields, shapes I've sort of used to working on in real life when I used to do the job. Very few even shaped ones. Even the ones that looked evenly shaped normally had some sort of triangular section in them. No, I haven't had a look at that one, Jeremy. The reason I had to get back to you about the Fent mod you asked about was I've got one that I edited the sound files on. I couldn't remember that was the one I was using on that map when you asked. Yeah, nothing worse than when that happens, is the Tom. Unfortunately, that's cheap for you, isn't it, Stephen? When one of them finds that little gap, the rest of them find it as well, as a rule. But our cows know better at times. Especially when a rather idiotic neighbour kept turning the electric fence off for us as a prank. Don't blame you, Stephen. FS17 has still got a lot going for it. Well, I'm not quite sure where we're going to proceed with my series on there at the moment. There are some nice sounding vehicles out there now though, Jeremy. Seems some of them have been almost spot on and other ones have been sort of terrible for it. Right, so that's our fields all fertilised for now. They're going to need doing again. There's some decent maps on the way for 19, Stephen. I know there is an awful lot of good mods out there for 17, what make it more interesting at times. I just find crop destruction annoying, that's why it's turned off. It's too destructive, basically. So we've got this field of canola here to harvest, or we could go and do the field of wheat. What do you guys think? Canola or wheat? Now I'm sure that base game 7R sounds differently since I updated to patch 1.3. It sounds different to me. I could be wrong. Could be the first time I've been wrong. It's the combines it's destructive with, Tom. We don't own any corn without. So 50-50 at the minute. Haven't got any spuds either, Milton. I know, shock horror. Haven't got any beet either. Okay, so 2 for canola then. So that's where we'll go. I don't think I've actually used this combine in 19 yet. Certainly sounds better than it did in 17. Right, we'll need to get some money in before we can do anything like that. Give it time, Stephen. No, I haven't found me yet tonight. Well, we're not putting any more money into this game. So what you can see in the top right hand corner is all the money we've got at the moment till we get some crops in. So it's just under 500,000. We still need to buy the baler, bale trailers and grass equipment yet. So if we do potatoes we will buy a harvester. I'm not keen on it. I want to move away from the New Holland or the Ideal for this one, Tom, because I've been using them on other maps. The Thuringian map has had the New Holland, the Ideal's on the Dutch map, which we will go back to do those poplars at some point. But for now we're going to use the case on here. Hey Patrick, how you doing? So the usual issue of custom crop textures. They change colour when you get into the combine header. Yeah, Lexing's are nice, Milton, but again, they've been using them elsewhere. Just tried to go a bit different with the starting machinery this time to what we've been using. Grass is extra income, Tom, for silage. And where those fields are and how you won't want to plough them up because of the shape of them. The sort of bits of grass an arable farm would have because they're sort of uncroppable areas, if you like. GD has already been live once on Twitch tonight, Patrick. I believe he's planning on going again about 9 o'clock. You still there,
yep.
GD? Yep. I'll say, Patrick, just keep an eye on GD's Discord for that one while the notifications are playing up. That will appear in there when he's going to go live. I think we're all having a bit of trouble with bots this week, one thing and another. Nightbot will certainly be in trouble tonight. You've got Milton worried, GD.
Why? Ah.
You're too quiet. You don't need us to help with your schoolwork again today then, Patrick?
Mhm.
I do like these trains on here, they're quite a nice little touch, something different through the map. Can't tell you're right beside the railway line, can you? Hardly notice the trains going past. You see, that's the thing, Tom. This time it's been mostly fixing things this week, not breaking things.
Good GD.
A freight train this time. That one will be a familiar sight to a lot of us through sort of East Anglia. Well, we've got to love autocorrect, haven't you, Patrick? What changes things too. You have to ask how autocorrect manages to change it to some of them things at times.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That's the trouble in there, you're not sort of a similar time zone, isn't it, Patrick? That's hard to catch at times. Evening, Mr. 1174, how are we doing tonight? Hope you're not broken any more bones. Question is, can we get back up to the top end before we need to empty out? Yeah, you see a lot of freight trains when I work down Ely Way on the lines around there. Determined, aren't you? Broken ankle and getting into your diggers and bulldozers and whatever. Don't think we could get back up this top corner somehow. Means we could have a nice little walk back to the yard. It's nice to see these custom textures again on crops. As I said, my first look the other day, these look like the ones what I used on the Harsfeld maps as well. Especially the wheat texture.
Right, I've got to dash off for a few minutes.
Okay.
In.
Right. How dare you swear like that in my presence, Tom? Run? It's a rude word. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. About a 10-second delay between me pressing N and the cover unrolling. Certainly a lot quicker driving back than I was walking across to the yard. This is the first time I've really played on it on this stream. 1175, I haven't done a lot on here. I only ever spent sort of an hour on here this afternoon setting up for tonight. What's wrong with your Marwell save? Why is it playing up? Just be able to squeeze in there. Load the back first. This back out of the way again. Sounds like it could be some sort of mod issue. Just doing that sort of thing. Careful, Tom, I'll have to set Milton on you. Evening Gaffer Plays. This farm is Bedfordshire, Northamptonshire border area. Full details on the link what's about to go into chat. This is FS19 Hugo, welcome along. You should be getting a new map fairly shortly, I'd have thought. All things being well. Yeah, definitely English map. Thanks for the sub, Ben. Much appreciated. I thought that's what you meant, Tom. No complaint I've really got with this combine is the fact you can't put rubber tyres on the front of it. That has to be tracked. Welcome along, Ben. Hope you're well. So what maps are we all playing on at the moment then? I've currently got a few different ones on the go. This week it's Marwell what's been receiving a lot of my attention so far. I don't stream on Twitch, Patrick. YouTube only at the minute, I'm afraid. Don't think you'll have too long to wait. 1174, all being well. Marwell has, Meadowgrove has been tested once. It's back in again for retesting. I'm sure if Nathan is still in chat, he'll confirm. Good mix there, Tom. I did do a little bit on Ravenport the other day, so there may be a one-off video coming back from that series I done a couple of months ago. I do have one recorded in reserve. Ah, wondered who it was who just left Witchy. Has he been looking at those dodgy websites again? All those conspiracy theories and everything you keep looking at? Oh, Meadowgrove will fit that style perfectly, 1174. As you'll probably see from the videos I've been doing on it, if you've seen them. So we'll empty out when we're near the MB track. NASA or the CIA and FBI? MI5. Oh, pleased to hear that, level 74. Just trying to think when the next one is coming. I think it's tomorrow. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's Meadowgrove I got lined up for tomorrow morning. And Arthur's Farm on Friday. Followed by Meadowgrove on Saturday again, and Arthur's Farm on Sunday. Trying to remember what I've got uploaded where at the moment. No, definitely not Tom, no cat on here. Keep going until we're full again. Yeah, I always knew Essex was a bit of a sort of alien place. Hey Craig, how you doing tonight? I don't think I replied to your last message the other day. Got a bit distracted with a few other things. How I used to hate telegraph poles with my Lexion, or with the John Deere we had in later years on the next farm I worked on. Lexion was the worst as a 25 footer. Oh, that's not good, Craig. Well, that's 3 in a week I've had in there who've been involved in hospital, and some mine 2 breakages in the week. Hey, you've seen Dal's picture, Milton. He is a Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Look very similar. I await his response. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse than just a leg, Craig. Yeah, if I'd still been on that farm these days, Tom, I would have been on, I think they got 40 footers on there now. So it should do, Craig. That's not nearly long enough for it. Should be a lot longer when they cause injuries like that to people. Through their stupidity. Always seems it's never those guys who get injured though, it's always someone else. Oh, don't get Dal started, you guys. He is the king of conspiracy theories. He goes to sleep in a tin-foil hat just in case they try and penetrate his brain. Well, they did try and penetrate his brain, but they're still trying to penetrate because they've not found it yet. Yeah, it is dull. He's got just right on here how those trains sound. Really must stop watching chat so much at times. This is Knuston Farm. Welcome along. Just pop a link to the map in chat. I have to go and sort the MB track out. Don't blame you, Craig. I believe there is the some sort of injury compensation fund these days, is there not? Not really up on that sort of thing. Trouble is, I know it irritates the police and judges when there's only so much they can do. Yeah, if you look in Witch's Discord, Milton, there is a conspiracy room in there where you can exchange theories. Let's have a look at some prices here, see if we store this or sell it. So this is on... remember which economy this is set on at the minute. Normal. So 760 at the minute, we'll store that for now. Yeah, we'll leave the tinfoil stuff for Witch's Discord. There's a few people in there. Yeah, this MB track does sound lovely, this one. Here's the latest version. I do know of a farm in Bedfordshire with 2 or 3 of these on there still. Will I visit? None this big though. They're all the smaller ones. Last time I was there. this is the one with some opening windows and bits on it. Yeah, I shall definitely be putting them on the server when we set it up with Oakfield this time. This and the fence. That's weird, Craig. I mean, I've been using them since the first beta version. Had no problems with them. Well, that'll fit in well on Meadow Grove. Try to stay away from sort of the stuff I've been using elsewhere with that one. I won't be able to put those links on my Discord or in chat, Farmer Jane. It could be sent one by PM though. I think you'll be able to, Witchy. I can't remember how I've set it up. Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a break, Craig, as well.
Back.
Welcome back, GD.
Who's the other one of the Three Stooges one?
FBI have took control of his PC for all the conspiracy stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, it crashed. Going for just over another half an hour on here tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night on here. So we've got an injured person in chat, GD.
Who's injured now?
Craig got hit by a drunk driver and got a broken leg.
Blimey. Where there's blame there's a claim.
Oh yes.
I hope you're all... Wait, not alright, but not.
So just go up and down now. Do it on GPS on here. Actually liking this combine better in 19, it just sounds better. Notice Tom was getting incredibly cheeky tonight and brave in there.
He's not wrong.
No. I've got one or two of these working around this area. For real. Do have one, I think it is actually 9240 locally. So one mod I do not have on here and will not be installing is course play. I like to keep my blood pressure as low down as possible. And there's one thing that seems very good at doing, that'd be raising my blood pressure. Seeing how much trouble certain other people have been having with it. It's a big passenger train.
Well, I'm getting the blame for Daryl's PC as well, am I?
Look like it.
Wow.
I blame it on all those conspiracy theory websites.
Yes. Absolutely. Not about that.
Map doesn't seem too bad, Nathan. I've already been playing on it in this stream, so I've not done much sort of off camera, if you like, on here. That's the best way to phrase it. Interesting. Let's try that again. It's better. Yeah, I think there's a few maps what are having issues with it, Jeremy. I know Milton's had some major issues with it. I think you have as well, haven't you, Dal? I believe that was Marwell where there's a couple of issues cropped up. I'm planning on coming back on this map again tomorrow night and carrying on. So see how far we can get with this canola harvest tonight. Yeah, it's sort of complete opposite to your Meadowgrove, isn't it, Nathan? Big open fields and no livestock, so we've got two good maps there together. Had a few people asking in chat tonight about Meadowgrove and when it's due. So I've said his Giants are still testing. I'm sure you have a better idea than anyone. So please support Witchy if you're able to with Brave the Show for Macmillan. Very worthwhile cause if you've got any extra funds to spare. One of these times I'll catch that in time. At least this is easier to walk through than Allseed Rape is in real life. That's a bit painful to try and walk through that. One thing's for certain, Jeremy, you'll be able to scratch that itch with Meadowgrove. There's some fields on Meadow Groves you might even struggle to get this tractor and trailer into. So it's perfectly suited to small kit. As those of you who have been watching my videos have probably seen. I've missed these MB tracks. Could do, Tom, but it'd be taking a long while to do some of these fields. It's the only thing. Dread to think how long it would take to do that field we're in at the minute if we use the TX. I think I'd rather just use the bigger kit on here, Tom. I've got my small kit map. Yeah, that'll fit on there quite nicely. There is a nice little 3-metre conversion of that Kuhn drill out there as well. 1174 if you've seen it. What we're doing in sort of 2 widths with this combine, take a few more with the TX. It's a shame only the John Deere combine, the little T series, has got grain tank readout in the cab. Even if it does say the same crop all the time. So you're going at 9 o'clock, GD?
Yeah.
On Satisfactory?
Yep. On Twitch.
Yep.
I have to remember. Weird, you know. It's remembering not to ask for likes.
Yeah.
Stupid things like that.
Or subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, Tom. Be nice to have a smaller case combine as well. I know CD is working on those trailed mowers. So I'll be finishing around at 9 o'clock, and as you just heard, it said GD, he's going on Twitch at 9 o'clock, and only Twitch, on Satisfactory again. Those who want to go and join him, I shall be over there and in here still.
See, what we'll do, while I'm on Twitch, if I'm streaming, if you have your YouTube link ready, you can put that in my chat.
Okay, thanks.
I think, because it was easy, because you can just click on your name before when I was on YouTube. So if you want to do that, then yeah, you can just pick when you're ready to sort of leave or whatever, you can just put that in chat, so people can just click on that.
Yeah. And whether I'll make my way over Twitch eventually, I don't know yet.
Do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
As I said, I know it feels different over there, and my stream this afternoon was big in comparison to anything I've had on YouTube for a while.
Yeah.
But whether that's down to finally getting all my settings sorted, getting the stream looking good, or whether it is actually Twitch, I don't know. But happy to stay over there for a bit.
Yeah. I think I want to build up a bit on here first before I make my way over.
Yeah, I thought that, it don't work.
No.
Nope. Nobody followed me over on Twitch. It's almost as if two completely different communities. No, I am still doing YouTube. Basically, my Twitch streams will be imported over to YouTube, and they'll go out as either another video or videos, either or, depending on what I can be bothered to do.
Yeah, I know it's a small case combine, Nathan. I think they're talking about the 7 series one we had in 17, the sort of mid-range one.
You're having a bit of a monster stream this evening.
It does look like it.
Thanks.
I can live with that.
Absolutely. I'm presuming Dahl's not coming back.
I don't know, he's sort of talking conspiracies with Milton for a little while there. I think he's sort of gone to put his tinfoil hat on again. Yeah, that's the one, Nathan. We'll empty this out before we set in again. Oh, it's gone up to 2 dislikes, has it, Milton? Wouldn't be right without the 2. They come in pairs.
You're reading 1 on mine, right?
Sorry?
You're reading 1 on mine.
Yeah, there's only 1 on mine when I looked a few minutes ago. Is there, Nathan? I haven't found that one yet. Okay, thanks. I'll happily take a look at that one. The only annoying thing about that 7130 combine was it didn't have a trailer hitch on it. I know there's a modded one out there somewhere from memory. Oh, I see, he's making TN, asked us if we want one, has he?
I think it's all a ploy, you know. Nothing happened really. He just wanted to go and make tea by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got his card marked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same too, Farmer Jane. They've been hitting all my videos and streams for 2 or 3 weeks now. Last week I had 4 people doing it every day. Still a view though, which is the main thing. They've had to look at the video or stream to dislike.
That's what I don't know if people understand it. You know, they are literally having to click on your video, which gives it a view, to then dislike it.
Yeah.
Which they would be better off not liking or disliking.
Yeah, because
there's
YouTube
no
works off the views, doesn't it?
There's no interactions that way. There's only one view. Look out, he's on troll alert. Look. Picking on someone else.
Yeah, it's not brilliant, is it? 1174. I did do a mod review on that, but binned it because I was so unimpressed with that mod. Unfortunately, it's not up to the same standards as their class ones were in 17. Okay, thanks, Nathan. I think the Chinese must have turned the satellite off. The GPS is playing up.
Is that another conspiracy?
Known fact.
Now the strangest folk. Yep. I thought that said these Norfolk are strange folk for a minute.
Well, we know that's true, so...
Very.
Get this grain tank loaded up, then we'll have to go and tip the trailer again. Ah, that's interesting. Haven't tried that trick. The rape extension is nice on the modded header. It's just the rest of it, unfortunately, how it sort of moves around with the auto contour, which is a bit patchy, I think is the best way to describe it. This map doesn't really lend itself to a standard video series, so I tried to think what I could do on here, and I thought streams was the best way around it. The fields are too big for videos really. I want something where you sort of do a job in at most 45 minutes in the field. Marwell is sort of pushing it a bit in some fields. I think I've now got the next 6 episodes of Arthur's Farm recorded and edited. They just all need rendering. Making the most of a few days off in that respect. Yeah, it does lend itself to that, Milton. Don't actually know if this map has been tested for MP actually. Can't remember what the information said about it. It's nice to see these custom crop textures though. It's a shame that Oxy couldn't bring them onto Marwell and what they had in 17, because there were some nice textures what Frontier were using back then. Certainly a lot better than the standard in-game ones. And these ones are an improvement over the in-game textures. I have to look and see how easy it'll be. Do a few little tweaks again to certain maps. Yeah, it could do, Milton. You're just eager to try your new PC out in MP, aren't you? I know your game. Must have done at least half the field now, surely. You just want to see if you've still got the performance chip on your tractors, don't you? I know what you're up to. As far as I'm aware, the server should still be live if you do want to go on there and have a try and see what it's like. So obviously, as we try to play more realistically, there's no tab in between vehicles on there. I suppose what we could try doing, if you're interested, Milton, is if I stream Friday night, we could do the FS17 server shortly. Sounds like Dal has fed the hamster in his PC again and got it going. Yep. FBI finished with it now?
Yeah, I think so.
If GD wants to do that in chat, he's welcome to.
Oh, what's that?
Pop a link to your Twitch in there, Tom's just asked. I think you can, I'm not sure how it's set.
Look.
I know mere mortals can't pop a link in, but I can't remember if it's set that you can or not.
Yeah, it seems to have, I think.
Yeah, I can see that alright. It's not bop the comment for any reason.
Nope.
So what I'll do is I'll just get the combine back up the top end of the field, and that's where we'll finish for tonight on here. We'll come back on here tomorrow night and carry on. This map has a kind of a homey feel to it. as in home as in Northkey type feel, not the other type of homey. Before you say anything, GD.
Me?
Yes, you.
That other dude in the chat I'm worried about.
I thought I'd just better correct that before one of you two came out with something. Okay. Certainly will 11:74. If you can get here, I'll be here at about 7 again till 9 probably. Now I guess you'll be doing the same tomorrow night, GD?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how I feel tomorrow.
You work?
Yeah, I'll work with a mate tomorrow, so it'll be quite a busy day.
Another big job?
2 conservatory roofs.
Oh, lovely.
There is an element of once it's done, you know, it always looks really nice. You
Yeah.
gotta stand back and go, no way, I did that.
I have a nice one you can practice on here.
Yeah, you see, I practice for double money. No problem.
Yeah. We'll empty out when we get to the end, so the combine's all empty again, ready for tomorrow. If anyone does want to try the map, link to it in chat again. I'll put a link to today's video in at the end. Sprint back to the MB track. There's every chance that today's video on Northstone Farm may be the last one on there. I'm not going to go into the reasons behind it in here. There are reasons. I think you two can probably guess what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say today was enough.
It's a shame because that is a nice map.
Yeah. It's a nice map, but it's just today pushed me a little bit far on that, shall I say.
Oh yeah, actually, just for the record, what I've done in my Discord, instead of tagging everyone in general with my Twitch link, you can go into my automated live streams and tag it in there.
Right.
Either of you can do that.
Okay.
It's having to do with Mini 6, but I can't get on Mini 6 at the minute. It's down. So that's definitely a problem.
That's why I put my video in there manually today again.
Yeah.
Yet Me 6 is working in mine. That's the weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just see from this distance that corner's got a custom crop texture as well. Alright, we'll get this tipped and then that's where we're going to finish. So empty combine and empty trailer ready for tomorrow night. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it.
I'm gonna set mine off because I'm on a timer.
Okay. Right, so I'll just mute you two for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Microphone muted. Sound muted.
So that's where we're going to leave the stream for tonight. Should be back on here tomorrow night to pick up where we finished. Get that field finished, then move on to another job. So for now, I'll say thank you for watching. Thank you to Ben and Roy for your subscriptions tonight. Much appreciated. So I hope you've enjoyed this stream. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye for now.